So I just got to one of these pavilions. There's a trash can here. I used all of my permethrin. These Injinjis are the ones that still got holes, and these are just like my Dollar General socks that I just don't need anymore. So all this is getting thrown out. That's where I threw away that socks and stuff, and you come over here and there's a water fountain, and then they have two restrooms that are actually pretty nice as far as trailheads go, or whatever you want to call this. It's like a big parking lot, bike parking. There's actually a spigot here too. Yep, it works. But yeah, this is like right at the edge of the town of Dunalion. So that's the one that has a couple of hotels you can stay at for like $150 or whatever, and restaurants and laundromat and all that. But I'm not doing any of that. There's a Sunoco right on trail. It's supposed to be pretty hiker friendly as far as letting you charge up and hang out for a little bit. And then probably the biggest change in scenery and over a day's walking is this tunnel. So this is like a big bridge, and the interesting thing is like we're gonna put a canal all the way across the state of Florida, but eventually decided not to. And that lady in the pink there is a local. She's like trying to run the Florida Trail in sections or whatever, but she was telling me about some of the history, and she's also like lives in Maine and stuff, so it's a good little talk to her. But it's a cool little section up here on the, I mean, you're up here on the river, so it's very different from the bike path. This section is really, really pretty. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna last very long. There's a road walk coming up in a couple of miles or so, but until then, there's like just this river, people fishing on it, people biking, jogging. So I just passed a local guy out here walking his dog, and got into a little bit of conversation about Florida Trail, and he kind of made a funny comment that he's seen black bears out here. He walks like 5 or 6 miles a day with his dog on more or less the Florida Trail or other trails in the area. He said he's seeing black bears and Florida panthers and like every other kind of wildlife you could imagine. he says seeing a hiker, like a through hiker out here is more rare. He's only seen like, I think 1 or 2 hikers, and he's seen more of these other animals. So kind of a interesting tidbit. He did like 800 miles of the AT, you know, 10 or 12 years ago, and was telling me about some of the stories on there. But hopefully, trying to make it 27 miles more today. It's would put me at like, I think around 35 for the day. And if I could keep a steady pace, I'd get there pretty close to sunset. But I keep running into locals today that want to chit chat, which I'm fine with. I sit there and talk to them. But it's putting me a little bit behind schedule. So I haven't really been making too many videos today just because I'm trying to keep moving. I've done 20 miles already and I'm shooting to do 15 more. Probably if I get that far, probably gonna be putting me getting in late at like 7 or 7:30. So it'll be dark by then. Which I'm not too worried about because the place that I'm headed for is a campground. They have showers and electricity and all that. There's a $30 fee I'm hoping I don't have to pay. Obviously I will if they make me, but I think they're sometimes let through hikers camp at the equestrian area for free, or maybe a discount. So I'd like to get there just to have a place to recharge, probably take a shower. So I'm still, my feet feel fine for the most part, but I'm trying to keep them as clean as I can just to let them heal. And then also kind of want to get there to set me up for tomorrow. I'd like to get to the east-west junction. It joins up around like mile 480. And if I get to that campground tonight, I'd be at like 465 or something. And part of me just wants to meet up with the main trail to, I guess, be around other hikers and, you know, eventually meet up with my friend, but also just meet other people, talk to people, see who's out here, and do that kind of stuff. So I'll see how I feel, you know, further throughout the day. There's another campsite at like, I don't know, 25 total miles, which I'm probably coming up on here pretty soon. Obviously not going to stay at that one just because it's not even 2 o'clock yet. I don't know if I'm actually officially in the Ocala National Forest. I haven't seen any signs or anything for it, but I know it's close. So it's kind of felt that way for most of today. Like once you get past well, I guess to like the Pruitt trailhead, you had like the bike path, then there was a 3-mile road walk, and then Pruitt trailhead. It's kind of been this like pine needles, big trees, not so many of the like palmettos, like these things still out here, just not as often. And pine cones and all that kind of stuff. And I seen the first sign at a trailhead back there about like you're now in bear country. I know people have said that Ocala National Forest has a lot of black bears, so it's definitely feels different than what I've been in on most of this trail so far. So, like I said, my plan was to do about 35 today, get to a campground. I think I'm gonna bail on that. I'm still gonna end up doing about 30 miles a day. And it's not to like an official campground, but it's got like a bathroom with electrical outlets and a water filling station and all of that. And then I think I'll charge up there, get water. I mean, it'll probably end up a little bit early just because I started early, but I might put in for another 30+ mile day tomorrow, try to make up some more miles again. So I'm about 5 miles away right now, and this is actually one of the few climbs on the Florida Trail. It's actually been quite hilly the last couple of days, so it's not 100% flat. I think this is actually the one that I was gonna camp at. This is like 25-mile one, so you can see there's a camp spot there, fire ring, picnic table, and you can see the road and hear it. Well, of course there's a car, and then you know, I'm like less than probably 0.1 from the trailhead where the water station was, so it'd be a good spot, but just a little too short for today. So one thing I did find out last night was that this is like my bivy, the bug net and everything over my face. There's a hole here, and I'm not sure how long it's been there. I think it might have happened last night when I was taking this and attaching it to the, because I staked these corners down, so I think maybe I put too much tension and it ripped. But if it's been there longer, it would make sense, because I've been getting like bug bites on my legs, and it's not really possible during the day because I wear long pants. So I think it's been there for a couple days, and a little, because I had a couple ants get in the other night, and I think they came in right there. So what I'm gonna try to do is just like roll this up, and then I have like a few clothespins, or like not clothespins, but whatever these are, these clothespins, whatever this is, I'm going blank on the word. Roll that up. I have like 4 of them just to close it off, and then I have like another bivy at home that I might just, it's not this kind, it's like a all mesh version, but I might just swap it out because I really don't want like ticks or spiders or anything that's gonna bite me in the middle of the night to get in there when I'm not like wearing socks and everything. And so I'm gonna work on that. This is the campsite. It's a new setup, and then you go here, and then there's a trailhead like 0.1 that way that has water, flush toilets, there's outlets in the bathroom. I made it 29 miles, and it's a little bit early. I got here at like 5, so probably gonna get up early tomorrow at like maybe 5, and I think I have to resupply tomorrow, and then I'm still gonna try to knock out 25 or 30 at least, so we'll see. It's not really pretty, but I think it might do the job of keeping the bugs out. So we'll see. I do have needle and thread. I'm hoping this works in the short term, just until I can get it switched out. But if it doesn't work, if I have a little extra time someday, I might actually try to sew it up, but I'm not really the best at sewing, so I don't know that it would be much better.